I'm not typically a night person, but something about playing this game super late when it came out was just this game is really calm, really cool, and there's always something to look at. It's always interesting things. There's a split in the mountain over there. Go a bit over here, you can see more plateau-like areas with some palm trees. Obviously, there's towers to see, but man, it's so beautiful. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Breath of the Wild. This should be episode 3. I'm getting a little bit better at just speaking to myself. Hopefully, it's not an issue. We're going to start it off by doing exactly what I was going to say we were going to do last time. By going into the shrine, getting another spirit orb, and I think I know what rune's in here. Actually, no, I do know, because the other one is in an icy area. If you set foot in the shrine, I am Awadame. The name of this god of the goddess highly high. So they do say the. Ugh. Or give me your sweet data. I want it. I want your delicious data. Sheik Slate authenticated. Distilling rune. I wonder what happens to the bits that don't land in it. Is it just light? It's gotta just be light. Anyway, stasis. Stop the flow of time for an object. I don't find this one particularly interesting, but it does exactly what it says. It locks something in time, and then you hit the button again, and unlock it. This is mostly used as a shrine tool. If you ever see a boulder coming at you at max speed, you can do that. And if you hit it, it'll convert all that momentum in the direction you hit it. And apparently just walking into it hurts you. Yeah, be careful about that. If there's a if there's an object moving and you touch it, even a little bit, sometimes you will just take damage. It is quite irritating. Um, oh, right, hold on, my phone went off. I need to, respond. Who is it? Is it Veg? It's Veg. You won with Green Joker? Oh, you shithead. Ugh. Okay, back to the task at hand. Now that I'm done getting distracted, remembering that there are people outside of the game I'm playing. You'll notice that there is this in our way. And I walk right past this hammer. I'm going to throw one of these Bakoban arms away. And I'm pretty sure the sledgehammer gets a modifier where if you hit something with it, yeah, okay. More momentum gets built up. Thankfully, it didn't touch me. I was afraid it was going to bounce back. I've had that happen to me before. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb. And I'm not going to sit through that cutscene, but just know, it's the same for every single shrine. May the goddess smile upon you. We're going to skip that too, just to make things a little faster. I kind of wonder how much time. Um, okay, good. I was already with. I kind of wonder how much time is saved every time you skip a shrine. It's got to be a lot because they talk to you quite a bit, and it's pretty much just the same scene in a different room every single time. And now that we have stasis, we can get rid of this rock and find another chest with a new bow. And my inventory's full again. If there's one thing I don't miss. Okay. And now we can continue up the path to our next area. There are more summer wings. I got another text. I'm not gonna look at it. 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 Let's hope I learn how to edit. Because if I can't edit those parts out, ugh, it's really gonna tank a lot. Anyway, welcome to a colder zone in the game. I'm just gonna obviously removing your shirt gonna make you cold, but even if you wear a shirt, he's still cold. What it does, what cold resistance does, is it puts the. I'm gonna zoom in on it. It puts that down, um, meaning you freeze less easy. You can still freeze. There are colder areas. It also gets colder at night in said areas. I'm gonna drop down a little bit and jump. Another group of bokoblins over here. In fact, I should probably utilize my bomb a bit more because these things are very useful. Whoa! You got launched. Get him with a flurry attack. This guy thinks he's tough. I'm gonna parry him. And my spear is badly damaged. I guess I could talk about a complaint that a lot of people have with Breath of the Wild when it first came out. Can this bitch stop texting me? Ugh! She's a good friend, but man, does she talk a lot. I'm gonna finish my train of thought before I respond. Essentially, any weapon, bow, or shield in Breath of the Wild can break, and it will. People dislike this fact. I can see why, but personally, um, as you've seen, my inventory is constantly being filled with new equipment. I'm constantly picking things up. I'm constantly dropping things to pick new things up. It's okay. I thought they were gonna throw those at me. In fact, hold on. We're gonna get a little technical. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh shit. Hold on. Get off of me. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna press the right button this time. We're gonna shoot that with a fire arrow. And there goes any problems with the enemies. Anyway, like I was saying, I kind of enjoy that weapons break in this game. I understand people's attachment to having a really powerful weapon and then being disappointed when it finally shatters into a million pieces because they were using it too much. Which again, it's just gonna happen anyways. But I think it encourages using everything that you have at your disposal, and it also does even further in Tears of the Kingdom. Again, I'm not going to talk too much on that game until I'm actually playing it. Is that a new enemy? That is a new enemy. Anyway, I like that it encourages the use of stuff. Now this is a blue bokoblin. It's like a red bokoblin, but it's more annoying. I'm gonna do this to him. And there goes most of his health. These guys, normal bokoblins have 12 health, I believe. These guys have 72. Also, they kill you a lot faster. I did not know he was attacking. I usually use sound as a way to know when an attack is coming. But due to my setup, I have to turn the game down so I can't hear it as well. Cope, Cope, you're terrible. I mean, I'm terrible. How far back? Oh, okay, thank God. What is that? 3 deaths already? 2 to the fucking robot dudes that I still am not gonna say the name of. So mean. But yeah, also, but yeah, Red Bokoblins, 12 health. These guys have fucking 72. It is brutal dealing with these guys early on, especially since they also have a higher attack stat. and, but since he was a higher leveled enemy, he also drops higher leveled equipment, um, which means I'm gonna drop. You know, let's drop the shield I have on currently. I'm gonna equip the travelers. Actually, no. I want to equip this. But yeah, this is just a normal Boko Club. Here's a little comparison in case anyone wants to see a comparison. Normal Boko Club, spiked Boko Club. It's been shaved on the sides, and some little bony bits have been attached. So, you know, Bokoblins might be stupid creatures to some people, but they're actually quite crafty and dangerous. Hence the fact that he killed me. Another thing to watch out for is in cold areas, you do not want to touch water. It will freeze you to death, and it kills you. Really, really, really fast. I'd showcase it, but I kind of don't want to die. It'll waste my time. Are those? Oh, I didn't know there was like little green birds up here. Hold on. I know I just said they were cute, but I do need food. Oh, please don't. Please don't. No, wait, it's a nut. It's a chickaloo tree nut. I wanted meat. I wanted meat, and he gave me his nut. I don't want your nut. Okay. Ugh. I guess I'll wait a moment. Well, there's the shrine. I'm gonna go up to the peak up here first, I think. You can let go. It's a little dangerous because you kind of just drop like a rock and you can't go in any direction. What we're coming up on though is the peak of the Great Plateau. This is the highest point on the Great Plateau. And I like to come up here just because it's a nice little sight to see. Also, the old man's up here. He's the other reason. Ah, I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. A breathtaking view. It's maybe the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Use your scope to look for shrines. When you locate one, place a pin on your map as a marker. I think I found a shrine. But yeah, you can also see every shrine from up here, barring the one that way, Aladdin Shrine, that is blocked off. By the way, whenever you die, it tells you where you died. Ooh, I didn't know there's one of these up here. I guess I should do as many of these as I can, huh? There we go. We can see a little bird, or a bird's shadow. It don't look like a little bird. It's a hawk. If only there were two of them. Then I can make a really stupid fucking joke. Anyway, we're gonna carry this rock and place it down to finish the circle. And we get another one of these guys. Bye-bye! Now that we're on this side of the plateau, we can actually see more areas. And I think it's kind of crafted in an interesting way, how the tutorial is the way it is. You can just go to the edge and see a different point on the map. Like this more sandy, rocky area is different from over there, where it's just a plain field, a view of the castle, and a volcano. Anyway, you'll notice that I'm walking a bit slow in the snow, but there is a faster way to travel in the snow. Obviously, you can drink a hasty elixir, but you can also pull your shield out, jump, hit A, and slide down a mountain if you need to. Going up is a little harder, but... Ow. But it's still nice to know how to do so. I'm gonna roll that bomb. Well, that one's dead. The Coblin horns and fangs. Oh boy. We see a chest in the middle of this water. In fact, now I feel like I have time to showcase this. That almost killed me. That's how dangerous cold water is, so we can't get that chest yet. If it was made out of metal, we could just take it out, but it's not. Actually, isn't there a metal chest in there? I guess not. You can use stasis to pick, to see if there's anything on the map that you can stasis. You can stasis pretty much anything. So anything around you will turn yellow. If it's made out of metal, it'll also show up. Magnet can only pick up metal objects. But we're gonna go inside this new shrine. I didn't read the name of it. I don't know why. I think it popped up and I was in the middle of explaining something, or it's probably those enemies I was fighting down there. But that's okay, because we can just skip right in. The Cryonish Trial. Kenamut. Shrine. That's the shrine name. Kenamut. And I guess I should bring up that the shrines are named after the people inside them, these like old men that we keep finding. So, just whenever you enter a shrine, they announce themselves. Anyway, Cryonis. This is quite simply the most simple rune in the game. It creates ice pillars. It makes traveling across water easier. You can either put it in front of you, or you can put it underneath you and make yourself rise. People can launch themselves with Cryonis. I'm too bad at the game to actually be able to do it. Maybe I'll try it. We'll see. There's a gate here. Just push it up. Pretty simple. That's a robot. I want to make sure he dies. Shoot him in the eye for double damage. And again, I'm an item hoarder, so, you know, I'm not going to try and heal. If I had more hearts, maybe I would. The reason I'm picking all these up is because, one, they're not going to be worthwhile later, so leaving them here really doesn't do much for me. And two, I don't think I'm going to be getting every treasure chest in any shrine, but it does kind of annoy me when I haven't done so for these 4 shrines in particular, just because they're so easy. And if you leave the item in the chest, you have to wait, which sucks. Like, I said that wrong. If you open the chest, and then close the chest because you can't pick it up, and then leave that chest alone, I'm pretty sure that icon doesn't show, because there's still an item. Which is a little annoying. Anyway, here's Kanamut. He's just gonna say the same thing that the last 3 did, and we're gonna get one last spirit orb, which is gonna heal me. May the goddess smile upon you. With this, you have now acquired all of the spirit orbs from shrines on this plateau. Extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, imagine an X on your map, with the 4 shrines as the endpoint. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross. There, I will be waiting. Waiting. Sorry, testing my audio. I looked down. I might have been whispering a bit too much. I hope I'm still getting picked up. Anyway. Why am I going down here for food? Jeez. Hold on, I'm gonna go up here first. We're gonna get up on these rocks. And we're gonna use our Karanis rune to help us get this chest. I'm gonna create little stepping stones for myself. Don't slide off. An opal. Now, these pillars, you can't have an indefinite amount of them. If you want to break a specific one, you simply just point and break it. If you have 3 already on the field, the first one you placed will be the one to smash. You can just leave them here. I'm pretty sure they smash when you go away. So you can kind of just leave them. But as the old man said, he wanted us to imagine a line where all 4 shrines would make an X at. And drawing across, it would go from here to here, and from here to here, which leads to the Temple of Time, which is that building right there. I'm gonna... How do I want to do this? Anyway, here's the other way. If for some reason I went the other direction, I would have ended up right here. I took the path I did because you can get the warm doublet and not have to worry about the cold. It's just easier to deal with this way. I didn't discover either of these clothing options my first playthrough. In fact, I don't think I even discovered it my second playthrough. But that's just because I never really played this game super thoroughly. I think if I do plan on going all the way with this game, the most I'm gonna do is get every shrine, and that's probably it. Just because Breath of the Wild is an insanely big game, and I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worth. I've never 100% this game. The most I've done is getting all shrines. Mostly because actually 100%ing this game is a chore. there's an ice key swing. Ice keys will freeze you if they touch you. Not fun. But yeah, no, I prefer to not get everything. Mostly because it would probably make me hate the game. I don't think. Oh, I can grab that from here. You can use these little broken doors here as a way to get through. There's more dead robots. It's always worth picking up whatever they have in them. Never know what they might have to offer. I think there's bokoblins down there. I don't want to deal with them. I didn't know there was more up here. I also don't want to deal with them. Okay, I've been thinking this entire time if I want to do something, and I think I do. I just have to remember where it's located. I'm just gonna... Oh, jeez. I'm out of stamina. Please don't miss. Okay. I will say, climbing down is a bit harder than climbing up. Just because you can't really jump. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't want to complete this game all the way. Nor do I want to explore every zone. I'm probably gonna do a bunch of quests, but I think for the most part, I'm just gonna focus on completing the main story, getting all the shrines, maybe as many as I can if I decide I want to do something else before the playthrough is over. Um, I will show as much as I can, just in case someone happens upon my channel and wants to watch some stranger on the internet play a game that they either know a lot about or know a little about. Um, the only reason I've been explaining um, stuff you can do in this game is just in case that is a reality. And I get it could be boring to some people, but again, I do have some stories to tell about this game. I don't know. I'm just... I want to look back on this playthrough and this little period, this time and place in my life fondly. I think this is it. Perfect time for an autosave. Now then, it's time for our first example, yep, of a boss enemy. This guy is a stone talus. You wanna... what? I thought bombing their fucking... Why is he coming at me like that? There we go. You wanna bomb their arms, it'll stun them, and you can jump up top. I am going to drink my attack up elixir for this fight. Oh my goodness, I did not think I would be doing that much damage. Maybe drinking that was a terrible idea. Anyway, there are a couple bosses scattered across the map. They're majorly just the same thing. There's a couple stone taluses, there's other boss variants that I won't spoil. But they're all pretty fun. I like to pin this symbol whenever I kill a boss, just so I remember where it is. I'll probably do it every single time I actually kill one. I might ignore them though, just because it's kind of not worth killing all of them unless you want an arbitrary medal. You get a medal for killing a boss type, basically. Um, the medal doesn't do anything, and since I don't plan on completing all this game has to offer, because again, it's a completion award that just is bragging rights. Really, I don't think it's worth recording that much just to be like, "Hey guys, I got a medal." Because who cares? I don't care. Um, I have a feeling about this rock. I might be wrong, but no, I can't be wrong. Why did... Sometimes Link will auto-target something. For some reason he targeted the ribcage. Is there another one alive? Or not? Okay. That stone talus kind of made me forget what I was doing. I kind of feel like I wasted that um, attack elixir on that stone talus, but at the very least, I guess it's a good thing that I used it at all. Whenever I play this game and Tears of the Kingdom, I tend to just not eat my consumables. It's a terrible thing, and it's a bad habit, and it's just because I don't like wasting them, but I think I'll try and be more lenient when I can. I will say though, I've been recording for probably an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure this is part 3, if I remember all my stopping points correctly. I hope to God there are no recording issues. If there is, I'm gonna be so sad. Hopefully it's all okay. Because I'd really like to start doing this more, because I kind of am having a bit of fun with this. Again, I'm not starting this to like try and gain anything out of it. I kind of just want to play through a game and maybe teach some person something new if they so happen to find this small channel with absolutely nothing. Um, if there is a cool stranger man slash woman slash non-binary person watching, um, hello, I am Rufus, and this is something I plan on doing whenever I can. I hope I've taught you something, and I hope you'll stick with me through just a little bit of this playthrough. I'd say the whole thing, but I don't know how long this is gonna be. And who knows? Maybe I'll just not want to do Let's Plays, because I guess that's kind of what this is like. I'm just gonna leave that one there. I don't need it. I don't need it. I kind of want it, but I don't need it. Anyway, now that we're at the Temple of Time, we can come across this glowing statue. You may recognize this statue if you've ever played The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It is the same statue. You have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me what it is that you desire. Okay, normally when I play, I go for the stamina vessel, but I think just to have this playthrough be a little different, Your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Yay! Go and bring peace to Hyrule. The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Okay. I could climb. I know there's a ladder somewhere. I don't remember where. Oh, it's right here. You can waste stamina on a ladder and be fine. You just won't be able to jump if you're recovering it. Okay. Up on top of the Temple of Time. We'll find the old man that turned into a fucking ghost earlier.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here's the paraglider, just as I promised. And he's a ghost, so he can just fly normally. But how does he hang on? Did he possess the paraglider in order to use it? I've always had this question. If he's a ghost, how does he interact with the paraglider? Because I know I know I can touch it. Or did he kill another paraglider? Did he take the paraglider's soul? Was it alive? I don't know, man. Anyway, with that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. Told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Destroy Ganon. See Ganon. I forgot that there's a really good bow up here. Wow. Anyway. So yeah, imagine you wake up in a room. Then a voice tells you that you've been asleep for 100 years. You don't have any memory. And then all of a sudden, you're told that all your friends are dead. It's up to you to destroy all of that. Like, I could just imagine being a knight, dying, and then coming back, and you're like, wait, what do you mean I have to I just woke up in a room. I don't remember anything. Who am I? And then Destiny's just thrown in your lap. Not that Link cares a whole lot, but man. Anyway, now that we have the paraglider, I can finally travel. This is why I normally don't climb down things, because the paraglider is one of the best items ever in Zelda. In earlier versions of Breath of the Wild, before the game came out, it was actually the sailcloth from Skyward Sword. If I can find a screenshot, I'll attach it. Maybe I'll forget. Maybe I'll be too dumb to edit, but I feel like that's a cool fact for people to learn. There's also one of these dudes. And you'll notice he's in a puddle of water. That is a bomb. I don't want that. If you lift up one of these guardians, now I can say their name, you can get more stuff from them. Anyway, I think that is a good place to leave off. Next time on Breath of the Wild, we're going to take our first steps into this open world. And I finally have stuff I can talk about. Because we're out of the tutorial area. Oh boy. But yeah. I'll see you guys later. If there's anyone watching. It's probably just gonna be me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably the only one that's gonna watch my videos. Look at those toes though. Why he's standing like that. It looks normal here, but from here it just looks like he's floating. Like his toes are pointing down. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I definitely have some form of ADHD, but yeah, alright.